Hey, Darvin, just to start on Anthony Davis, he has all the clutch free throws, right, 11 in the fourth quarter, and manages to score 41 on only 17 field goal attempts. What was the most effective part of his game, and how did you feel like that was the biggest key tonight?
Just his efficiency, just him being a presence in the paint, being a presence at the rim, drawing fouls, knocking down his free throws, times where he got it in trail or they were off him a little bit, him setting his feet, knocking it down from deep, but just the efficiency in which he played tonight was awesome. Just his communication defensively, that's a tough team to guard. They're extremely athletic, long athletic wings and really quick, fast guards, highly skilled guards. So just everybody, him being our defensive middle linebacker, just keeping everybody alert and aware of what they should be doing. And, happy to pull this one out, but just his relentlessness in the paint was huge for us tonight.
And the last several games now, you've had a lot of bench players in the positive, just with plus minus and playing well. What do you think's unlocked some of those groups?
Just us constantly watching film and seeing ways we can get better. Just encouraging, obviously being alert and active defensively. And I think that provides the juice when you're getting stops. You're able to get sometimes the best offense is a really good defense. And our ability to get stops, hold teams to one possession, gather long rebounds or rebounds in the paint and get the ball going, down the other way. Guys running, sprinting, when they attack their running habits and just moving the ball. Everything seems to be happening in flow. 34 assists just means guys are willing passers, and we encourage our guys to be shot aggressive. And not a lot of times early on, especially the last month or so, we had a ton of times where guys are catching the ball and being indecisive. But I think the way we've been attacking the paint and spraying the ball around, just energy, the ball finds energy, and guys are again not hesitating as much and really being aggressive from the three-point line and at the rim.
Darvin, two for you. How's Cam, first of all?
He's getting looked at right now. It took a real, horrific blow to the face, but he's getting looked at right now as we speak.
Secondly, you guys we've been in this room a lot. I feel like this year and been like, only 2 shots for AD in the fourth quarter or some version of that. And you guys have said we want to play through him late. Was this the best example of it? And as you guys kind of grab building pieces out of this stretch, is that another kind of lesson you can kind of add to the arsenal from tonight?
Totally. I mean, we have a variety of different ways that we can score. Our offense has been not has been as good as we'd like. But having said that, guys, whether it's Bron, AD, Austin, D'Lo, whoever, we're pretty good about trying to read what's going on and what's working offensively. Some nights it's going to be AD posting up, him in the half roll. Some nights it's going to be AR handling the ball, making plays, being the initiator and pick and roll. Some nights it's going to be Bron doing both of those things. So, just reading the game and seeing how it was, guys see that he had it going in terms of his spacing and him being able to duck in and present himself big in the paint. He was able to get a lot of touches, and guys were finding him. And so, and his ability, again, to get to the free throw line and knock down free throws. So it's just a matter of reading the game and see how it's going. But all of those guys, they do a great job of having a feel of what's working and what we need to milk.
Darvin, continuing with the AD theme, I think dating back now about a month to the in-season tournament championship, he's averaging about 31 points, 13 rebounds. Do you feel like this is the best stretch you've seen from him since you've been coaching him, just kind of on both sides overall, especially on the offensive end?
Yeah, it's up there. I mean, the stretch he had last year, he had like an 8, 9, 10 game stretch last year. That was unbelievable. 55 points in Washington, 40 in Milwaukee. Like, that stretch was unbelievable. But yeah, you can tell his body's feeling good. He's in a good space. His energy is great. He's just doing what he needs to do. He's not, trying to force anything. It's coming. That's why it's so efficient. He's just playing the game the way it's supposed to be played, getting good hits on screens. Guys are coming, turning the corner, being aggressive, which in turn is going to allow him to roll free. And, his game, he's feeling good about his game. He's constantly working, watching film, giving us suggestions, and he's in a really good mental space, spiritual space, and again, physically, he's at a high level right now.
Darvin, what have you guys told Cam about looking for his offense and being aggressive?
Just told him to be shot aggressive from three. Don't turn down anything. A lot of guys are closing short on him. What we call a two-point closeout, closing, anticipating him to drive the ball, or closing out with their arms down. And I told him, if you can see the basket, you need to put the ball on the basket. And 4 for 6 tonight for him. Happy for him to see something go down. And just the way he competes defensively, it's good to see him have some balance out there, not just be dominant on one side of the ball in terms of keeping guys and taking those tough matchups on the perimeter and keeping guys, under control. But him doing that and providing us with some good, much-needed offense.
Darvin, AD had huge first quarters and fourth quarters, not as much offensive production in the second and third. What do you think was the reason for that tonight, and when is that okay and when is that not okay?
Man, if he's going to initiate and set a tone for us in the first and then finish the game in the fourth, I mean, it's great. To me, you have, I know it's 4 quarters, but you have 3 segments of a game. The way you initiate a game, the way you sustain, and then the way you finish. And if he's going to give us 2/3 of that right now, we got enough talent and enough guys to put pressure on the opposing team in those second and third quarters. Usually those quarters are where you get different people from within the rotation into the game, allowing them to put their fingerprints on the game. But just him, the way he sets the tone, he's been setting the tone, and the way he's been finishing in the fourth is really at a high level.
There was a stretch of the season where Christian was either not in the rotation or just in and out of the rotation. I think since the end of December, he's produced for you guys pretty well since getting back to the backup 5. Just how important is that response from him, getting back into the lineup or into the rotation, doing what he's done for you guys?
It's huge, man. I know there's been a lot of noise about rotations and minutes, but at the end of the day, my man is settled into that backup 5 role, and you have a team full of good players that all want to get out there and compete, and it's only so many. It's only 240 minutes in a game. So, unfortunately, somebody's going to get left out that can really play, and that has helped us. But at the end of the day, you have to tighten things up and have him settle into a consistent role, which he has at the backup 5. And, now he's settled down. He's becoming more and more comfortable with his teammates. He's understanding the guys that he's out on the floor with and the rhythm in which they play with. And he's finding his spots, and he's keeping it simple. He's making quick decisions, keeping it simple, and doing the little things. Just him rebounding, setting good screens, rolling, shooting it when he's open, not hesitating. They close out on him, he's driving downhill. He's not trying to play around with the ball anymore. So he's tightened up his game, and we've tightened up our rotation a little bit, here recently, and he's benefiting from it. He's a hell of a player, and I look forward to him doing it more.
Thanks, Coach. I can ask a quick follow-up. Is that understanding of his teammates the biggest difference you've seen from him the past couple weeks versus the early season, outside the shot making, of course?
Totally. Teammates start understanding where your hot spots are, and whether you like to go back door as opposed to come over the top when it's a dribble handoff. When you screen and roll, sometimes there's certain hand you like the ball thrown to, a certain area. And so all of that matters. Those are the little nuances of the game that allows you to be in a good rhythm as a 5-man unit. Thank you.